Hey everybody, this is Shattered Sun coming at you with another Hex game. This time I'll be playing a artifact-based deck. I splash in some red, blue, and some artifact, or I guess that's ruby, sapphire, and artifacts. I've got a pretty good hand here, so I'll go ahead and decide to keep that hand. And we'll see what my opponent decides to play. I think he's playing some emerald. My opponent's chosen to go first, pass the priority over to me. I've got some pretty decent hands here. I've got that little charge bot there. I think I'll go ahead and probably put that charge bot out. He'll give me an extra charge for my caster. That's always good. Probably one of my favorite cards here. I've got the Buccaneer. I can use Buccaneer is such a good card, so versatile. He's cheap. He's semi-removal. If my opponent doesn't have enough resources to deal with the card that I sent back with the Buccaneer, then it's almost like getting a free turn. So a lot of card advantage, some removal, and I get a decent 2/2 troop out of it. So really a great card. I'll consider putting out this Bombsmith or this War Machinist. That War Machinist is also a good card. 1 for a 1/1. Every time I lay down an artifact, he's going to deal 1 to my opponent. That's a deal. So we'll go ahead and put that out, considering this is an artifact deck. And let's go ahead and put it to use. I'll use my caster's ability and generate an artifact, and I will go ahead and ping him for 1. Of course, there's no way to block that damage, so that's pretty good. Not going to worry about attacking. And we'll see what my opponent lays out. I've already got a pretty strong hand, a pretty good start. I could use another shard in my beginning hand. I'd like that. There's that feral ogre. I already know how to deal with this. That'll be that Buccaneer we were talking about earlier. Go ahead and pass the priority. My turn. Oh look, hey, there's another shard, just what I needed. We'll lay down that ruby shard. And there's the Rocket Ranger. Another pretty decent card. I think this card will probably end up winning me the game. Lots of synergy with this deck. So Rocket Ranger will do a lot of work for me. It's a good work card. But I think right now we'll go ahead and use the Buccaneer. And go with that plan that we just talked about. Do a little bit of removal. And that's how I deal with this troop. So gained a little bit of spot removal, a little bit of card advantage. I got a 2/2 creature out of it that I can use against him next round. Puts me in such a good position. Buccaneer is a great card. Anytime you're going to use Sapphire, I recommend 3, maybe 4, depending on your deck and your shard curve. We'll see what my opponent brings out here. It's probably not going to attack me. Not a good idea on his part, if he were. Pass the priority, and okay, let's draw. Hey, perfect, some more removal. I like that. And that's just the type of removal I need right now. So we'll go ahead and lay this out. Thanks to my War Machinist, it'll go ahead and ping him for 1. Perfect. And I'll use the Sapper's Charge to go ahead and do 2 points of damage to my opponent's troop. Remove that. And I am free to engage. So there's 4 points of damage coming straight at my opponent. All thanks to the Buccaneer for turning this around for me. And a Sapper's Charge for a little bit of spot removal. So that ends my turn. And see what my opponent pulls out. Of course, he's still got a pretty large hand size. And he just laid down another resource. So I'm interested to see what he'll play. Looks like a Vine Trap. 3 for a 2/4. Kind of a defensive troop. But I think that's what he needs right now, is a good defensive troop. So let's see. I've got a Bombsmith and a Technical Genius. Technical Genius, great for an artifact deck. We'll see what happens with that. I think I'll go ahead and play this guy. He's already flying since I've got enough artifacts to fulfill the requirement. I get a few more out and we'll give him an extra 2/2. And if I can get 5 out, then not only will he be a 4/4 flyer, but he'll also do 4 points of damage to an opponent. An extra 4 points. So see if my opponent can keep up tempo. There's that Rocket Ranger again. That's just a good card. 3 resources, only requires 1 ruby. 2/2. He'll probably be a flyer by the time you get him out. And he just gets better from there. He's okay. My opponent's laying out another Vine Trap. That won't help him against my flyer, but it will keep my troops on the ground at bay. So we'll pass priority. Oh, he's going to attack me. Okay, that's fine. I'll just take that. I'll use my life as a resource. Remember, guys, life is a resource too. The object of the game, of course, is to get your opponent down to no life. But always remember, in a TCG or MMO TCG, life is a valuable resource. So we'll go ahead and use this Mesmerize. And now his card won't unexhaust. And I consider that removal in my book. I don't think he has any way to get that troop back from being exhausted. So let's go ahead and attack him. 2 more points of damage. So at this point, I've dealt with most of my problems. I'm not just going to throw my troops at him. That would be insane to give him that type of card advantage only for a couple points. He's got this Glimmer Glen Witch. And we'll give him some life back in a 2/3. Not a big problem for me. I don't think he's going to come storming over here. I've still got this 2/2 flyer that will probably quickly become a 4/4 flyer. I'm not too worried about it right now. Alright, we'll lay out this Smith to get some card advantage. 1 for a 1/1. I'll look at the top 3 cards of my deck, and if it's an artifact, I'll be able to add it to my hand. Oh look, there's an artifact. Yes please. And in fact, that artifact is free to play right now. It becomes a 0 artifact. And because of my War Machinist, that dings him for another 1 point of damage. We'll go ahead and resolve this Bombsmith. Actually, I don't want to do that. I tried to cancel it. I don't think you can cancel it once you already decided to lay it down. I'll go ahead and activate that ability. Put it on his troop. It doesn't matter. If I'd done this in the right order, I would have been able to use the Sapper to spot remove that as well. Slight mistake, tactical error on my part. Let's go ahead and swing for 4. Get him down to 10 points. I'm still in a pretty good spot here. Okay. He's got this Pact of Life, 3 health. That's a constant every time he lays out a resource. I think he's trying to stall me a little bit. He sees that damage coming. Not a bad plan, but he doesn't... It's not really dealing with anything. It's just kind of delaying a little bit. Maybe he thinks he can get more resources on me, but looks like that's not the case. We'll go ahead and lay out this troop. Makes all my artifacts a little bit cheaper. And of course I get a 1-2 troop out of it. And I'll lay down a shard. I'll probably go for a sapphire. And hey look, 4 more points of damage. Wow, he's probably getting tired of seeing that. He really doesn't have a way to proactively deal with it. He's retroactively dealing with it by doing life gain, which is just slowing me down a little bit. In my opinion, that doesn't win games. I'm just going to get him down to a point to where I can do an all-out attack and storm him and take him in 1 round. At least that's my plan right now. He's going to lay out this sprite. It's a flyer. He'll be able to deal with me for another round. I think these are just delay tactics. I don't like delay tactics in decks. I don't think it's worth it. It's much better to keep up tempo and draw, or out-resource your opponent. And currently we're matched in resources. I've, of course, out-tempoed him, and I've dealt with all of his threats more effectively than he's dealing with mine, so... Lay out this Sapper's Charge. I'll try to do it on the Sprite. Oh, I forgot this Sprite's untargetable. Okay, well... No point in using that. I can't escape out of the Sapper's Charge. The game does let me do that. So let's pick something else to do instead. No point in mesmerizing, so let's go ahead and lay out this other artifact. War Factory. Be able to tap 2 resources in it to make a worker bot, thereby being able to up my artifact count and ping him with my War Machinist and also give me extra blockers. So swing for 4, no reason not to. His Sprite's not going to be able to do anything but block that. Of course, it will keep my opponent from losing half of his life, so he needs to block this right now with that Sprite, or else he's in big, big trouble. So, of course, he blocks it with his Sprite. He's delayed 1 more round. I've almost got him within storming range. There's the Worker Bot Factory. Not a bad artifact. A little bit better once it's cheaper to cost, or if it's cheaper to cast with my Genius. So again, no one to mesmerize, so we'll lay out a charge bot, which will give me a charge. And a 1/1 troop. And let's go ahead and pump up my artifact count with a War Factory. And that's pretty much a good game. Hey, if everyone likes my channel, please remember to subscribe to it. Remember to like this if you like this video. If I help you out, if I give you some good plays, maybe give you some good tactics, help you make good decisions and win games, that's what I want to do. So I'll probably tweak this deck a little bit. I don't know if I like it that much. It's got good synergy, but I think I could make it a little bit better. All around, it's a pretty good solid deck. I see a lot of people playing artifacts. You splash in a little bit of ruby and sapphire, and it helps you win the game. So again, hey, thanks for everybody for listening, and come watch my channel. I'll be posting more pretty soon. Thanks.